What up? Welcome to the channel. So lovely to have you here. So as you may or may not know, my console not functioning anymore. So yeah, there's gonna be like a whole shortage, a whole hold of FIFA videos. But for today, I was like, you know what? Let's appreciate our fullbacks in the Premier League. So what we're gonna do for today's video, I am gonna list my 10 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now. And when I say right now, I don't mean like Sunday or like last week. I mean like with the season, so far what we've seen in the season. And just to add a little bit of spice, add a little bit of drama to it, I am gonna take that 10 and I'm mostly gonna focus on the top 3 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now. And after I get that top 3, you know what's gonna matter? That one best attacking fullback in the Premier League right now. That's gonna be like the king of attacking fullback. So who is that person gonna be? Super excited to do this. This was incredibly hard to rank everyone, but you know what? It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. So let's get into it. It's PowerPoint season. I'm back with my PowerPoint. Every time I talk about football, I always feel the need to compile a whole PowerPoint, but honestly, I love to see it. Hopefully you do too. But don't let the title of the PowerPoint throw you off. Top 3 best fullbacks. Yes, that's the destination where we want to get. But we're going to do a top 10 because there's amazing fullbacks in the Premier League right now that also need a little bit of, appreciation. And all those 7, I don't want to say they kind of like collateral damage for us to get to like the top 3 and eventually crown the whole king of attacking fullbacks, but they are there for us to just appreciate them. I hope it makes sense, but this is like the final destination. So who are the 10 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now according to me? Yes, we are back to that whole this video is sponsored by my opinion. All right, drum roll please. Okay, maybe it's too early for the drum roll and I did my own drum roll, weird, but they're not ranked in this part of the video. We're just naming all the nominees, in no specific order. Alright, so the 10 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League in no specific order include Luke Shaw, Joao Cancelo, Andy Robertson, Diogo Dalot, Sergio Reguilon, Trent Alexander Arnold, Vlademir Coufal, Reece James, Kyle Walker, and Alex Telles. Why did I say his name like that? Alex Telles. There we go. So those are the 10 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now that I have included. So how do you feel about that list? Do you feel like someone should not be there? If so, who should not be there and who would you replace that player with? Feel free to let me know, but I am going to be using those 10 and I'm going to be ranking them now from 10 to 1, and I'm going to get those 3 best, and then I'm going to get that king, that number 1 best attacking fullback in the Premier League right now. Just from seeing that list, you already see who might be in my top 3, who might even be getting that number 1 sweet spot. But hey, let's get to the ranking and we'll see. Hopefully there's not too much drama, no one gets too offended, but hey, let's go. So we have listed my top 10 best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now. Now we come to that part of the video where things get tense, where things get hectic, where things get, like, why is he here? He does not deserve to be here. Robbery. This is where we are. But again, this is where I feel they need to be. So we're going to start ranking the next bunch of players, and the next bunch of players that are going to get that 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th position, and this is this group of lads that are gonna be, they're the ones that are gonna get those spots that I just mentioned. And I don't want to be too elaborate in this part of the video because I don't want to make it too long, but I'll give just a brief overview of why they're here and why they're getting that particular spot. All right, so let's go. So from this bunch of attacking fullbacks that we have right here, who is getting my number 10 spot? I will be giving the number 10 spot to a drum roll please. That is not a drum roll, but anyways, ding, is going to the one and the only Diogo Dalot. He's getting that number 10 spot. All right, so the man has had about 7 appearances for Manchester United this season, and I just admire his long balls and the crosses that he provides for the team in order to help someone like Ronaldo or Rashford, even Bruno Fernandes, try and create goal-scoring chances for the team. And we know that he's not really a regular starter for Manchester United since Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka both, hit the shelf for a minute, and he and Alex Telles have really stepped up and shown what they are made of, and that's why I put him here, because when I've seen him play in those 7 appearances that he has for Manchester United, it was really impressive, and he opens up that top 10, so that's why I have him here. All right, so 10 is Diogo Dalot. Now, we have like 4 players, and we have a number 9 position to assign. So who's getting that number 9? Well, that number 9 is going to Vlademir Coufal. And why am I putting this man here? This man has just came back from injury, and he's playing like he never missed a beat. And honestly, I am here for it. I put him here because he's been absolutely exceptional in his fullback position and for West Ham. And he also has 2 assists this season. And if you just see him play, it's honestly like, was this man really out of it? And that's why I felt the need to put him here in that number 9 spot as a sign of appreciation. Like, yeah, Spoo, continue doing you. And I feel like by the end of the season, he might just do the most. And hopefully he does. So number 9 sorted. All right, now we go to that number 8 spot. Is it Luke Shaw? Is it Sergio Reguilon? Or is it Alex Telles? Well, that number 8 spot goes to the Spurs man, Sergio Reguilon, or Reggie. That's what I like calling him, but he's not my friend, so let me not call him that. But yes, Sergio Reguilon, the man has always been a talent, whether in Spain or even in the Premier League. And he might benefit from Antonio Conte coming to Spurs because of the way Conte likes playing and the system that Conte likes playing with, his teams and the clubs that he goes to. And honestly, he has had 15 appearances this season, and he already has 3 assists and a goal for himself. When you see Sergio Reguilon play for Spurs, you always see him running forward. Sometimes you think that he's part of the front 3, and he's always putting in crosses for Kane and Sonny or even Lucas Moura. Sometimes his crosses might go over everyone, but it's the effort that counts, and most of the time his crosses are very dangerous. And he does also bring a lot in defense for Spurs, and especially a team like Spurs, but he also does contribute in the attack, and I feel like that's where he mostly shines. And honestly, he deserves this number 8 spot because he's a great talent. He's also very quick, and yeah, I just love to see it, and that's why I put him in this number 8 position, because I think that there's more to come from Sergio Reguilon, especially now that Conte is here. All right, so Sergio Reguilon gets that number 8 spot. Now we only have 7 and 6 to go, and we have 2 Man United men. So who's getting that number 7? Wow, that number 7 is going to Alex Telles. Honestly, for me, I feel like he deserves to be in a position like 7. Yes, he has like 5 appearances this season, but in those 5 appearances, he really made a huge impact. And it's with him, it's the case of you don't have to be on the pitch a whole lot of times. He was there the minimum amount of times out of everyone here, but he still did more than, like everyone that I've just listed there. So I just put him in 7th because I really truly admire his energy, his passion, and his determination when he's on the pitch. He's always up front and also tracking back. His tackles, his crosses are just so superb. And we know that he's also not a regular starter, and he has made the most of those 5 appearances which he got. And honestly, it just feels like this man plays every day, and he doesn't. And that's why I decided to put him in this position. It's like the same with Diogo Dalot. When Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw were out, he really did step up for the team. Sometimes Man United are a little bit of oof, but he really does his part and also tries to contribute for the team with the crosses that he provides as well. And yeah, that's why I put him in 7th, and I hope you understand. So this means that 6th goes to Luke Shaw. I mean, there's a lot I can say about Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is an amazing talent, and the only reason he's in 6th is because, he has had, he's been out on injury, and that's why I put him in 6th, because he hasn't been showing, what he could do, but we know what he's capable of. But as we're judging, currently, recently, with what we've seen in the season so far, he gets that sixth position, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad, considering that he's been out with an injury. So there you have it. We are halfway there, and we have ranked those players. As we can see, 10 goes to Dalot, 9 goes to Coufal, 8 goes to Reguilon, 7 goes to Telles, and 6 goes to Luke Shaw. And now we gotta go do that top 5. And honestly, let's go. Alright, so the next bunch, the next 5 are these lads over here, the last 5, and yeah, I feel like everyone that is in this top 5, firstly, kudos, because they all have been absolutely spectacular for their teams this season. Let's go, let's start with 5. So, I feel like some people might feel a little bit iffy, but I feel like it's not done out of spite if you see the talent that is here, but the 5th position goes to Kyle Walker. I am so sorry, Walks, but he gets that 5th position. So, firstly, Kyle has been absolutely great for years for Manchester City. There's no denying what this man can do. There's no denying what this man is capable of, and I could literally speak a whole textbook, a whole novel on Kyle Walker. We all know Kyle Walker and we all know what he does. But this time around, I decided to put him in 5th, not because he has been terrible this season, but I just feel like there's other fullbacks that have just been a little bit better than him this season. We know Kyle Walker, he's one of the fastest. He gets the ball up there to create chances for his team. And I can go on and on and on, but I hope that you understand why Kyle Walker is in 5th, but he's in the top 5, so that's good. That's good, right? So Walks there, he gets the 5th position. Who's getting that 4th position? I feel like after I mention who gets that 4th, it's going to become apparent who's part of that top 3, and then we just have to rank them in a system, But 4th goes to Andy Robertson. Love to see Andy in that top 4. Again, Andy is also one of the greatest. I could literally go on and on and on about Andy Robertson. You just have to watch him play to know what this man brings to Liverpool and what he does in his position. He thrives. But let me just say, Andy over here, 5 assists and a goal and a red card. Let's not forget the red card. But anyways, this man has been superb for Liverpool. Andy Robertson, like I just said, there's a lot I can say about him. But this season so far, we've seen how great he is in the air. He helps with recovering the ball and for Liverpool to transition into going into the attack. I've seen him cross the ball in multiple times, and it may not be like the greatest of crosses, but it's the effort and the potential chances he creates for the team that matters, right? And defensively, do not get me started on Andy Robertson defensively. He knows how to do his job. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and go ask Emerson. He got booted in the leg because Andy was doing defensive work. But yeah, 4th goes to Andy Robertson. So now we have Trent, we have Reece, and we have Cancelo left for that top 3. That 3rd spot is going to the boy Reece James. And yeah, I did this list before that whole Chelsea-Aston Villa match. I know he was very embarrassing. I remember seeing that match and I was like, oh my word, I actually just recorded a video literally just an hour ago before that match. And I was like, I'm so embarrassed to be talking about the boy. But hey, let's not forget what he has been doing for Chelsea this entire season. One terrible match does not define him. So please keep that in mind. So the boy, he has 5 assists and 4 goals. He's currently one of Chelsea's top goal scorers, if I remember correctly. I don't know where he ranks in that Chelsea goal scorers list, but I know he's definitely up there. RJ, can I call him that? Reece. Reece James is absolutely superb in creating chances for Chelsea. And as you can see by his assists and goals, he's not only creating chances for the team, he's also taking chances that are created by his teammates and he's making the absolute most out of them. Yes, Chelsea has been a little bit oof at the back these last few matches, but we cannot forget what Reece James has been doing, as I just mentioned. He's also a very excellent defender, and he's probably one of the strongest that we have in this entire list. You know, you don't bully this man. This man bullies you on the field. And yeah, we do this to that Aston Villa match, and we appreciate him for what he has done for Chelsea this entire season. And I know that he's gonna come back hotter than ever. So yeah, third spot goes to Reece James. Now that we're done with the third one, now we move on to the top two. It's obviously between Trent Alexander Arnold and Joao Cancelo. Oh my word. This is where my thoughts were literally going all over the place. But Cancelo does this. But no. Trent did that. But then Cancelo did that. It was a lot. But before I tell you who gets that second and first position, let's look at what these two bring to the table, and then we'll rank them accordingly. Alright, so let's start with the Manchester City boy, Joao Cancelo. Alright, so we know that Manchester City has been doing absolutely amazing without a striker. It's all in the goals. I mean, they just thrashed Leicester just this Sunday, and we know what they did to Leeds, and they just continue scoring like 3 or more goals in a match. And Joao Cancelo has been part of that magic in one way or another. We know that Cancelo has provided us with so many magical moments with the goals that he has scored, but also the assists, the quality of assists that he has provided to his team. If my memory serves me right, this man has like 4 assists and a whole goal. And I know it's less than what Reece James has, but the reason why I put him in the top 2 debate is because I'm looking at the quality, that oof moment that Cancelo has been providing. I think that he has that over Reece James, and that's why I put him in that top 2 debate. So he has had unforgettable moments, so that's why he's also here. And the vision and the quality that Joao Cancelo has shown us has been absolutely impeccable. And I think that this man, absolutely one of the best attacking fullbacks in the Premier League season right now. But then, do not forget the boy Trent. I mean, wow, absolutely no words to describe him. Trent has been also one of the best for a couple of years now, and he still continues to be one of the best. I used the word magical to describe Cancelo and his performances. Well, guess what? Trent has also been absolutely magical and freaking superb for Liverpool. He's got himself 8 beautiful assists and 2 goals for himself. We know that Trent has amazing vision on the field. I've seen him provide the best long balls for Liverpool, and the chances that this man creates for his team is absolutely insane. And we see some of his chances being finished off by like Salah or Mane or even Jota. And I feel like every time I blink, this man is crossing a ball in. He's just always involved in the attack, and I just think that he's one of the most successful attacking fullbacks in the entire Premier League. And it was hard to choose from these two, but if I were to say the second best attacking fullback in the Premier League right now, I would give it to Joao Cancelo. It was hard. It was really hard. But hey, it's the boy Joao Cancelo, which means that Trent Alexander Arnold is the king of attacking fullbacks in the Premier League right now. So that is it. That is a wrap. That is a wrap. So I salute Trent. Alright, just a quick recap of our top 5. Our top 5 has Kyle Walker, Andy Robertson, and the top 3 is Reece James, Joao Cancelo, and Trent Alexander Arnold. Are you happy with that top 5? Would you have shuffled it a bit better? Would you have included other players in that top 5? Feel free to let the girl know. But anyways, we leave it here. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos where we rank players of different positions, let me know as well, and we can do this. It was super fun, but I'll see you next time, and happy festive season.